Hello, my friends. Come on in. I'm going to get stuff lined out right here so I can see what we're doing. So, yes, it's time for us to go and have a little visit again this morning. Now, it's kind of cold and wet and overcast. We're supposed to be getting snow here in Texas in the Gulf area. I'm thinking, what the heck is that about? We don't do snow. We're not snow people. No, this is a mistake. So it's kind of like, why? Why? Basically, why? So come on in. I want to talk to you guys about getting older and about what do your retirement years look like. And are you in your retirement years? Or are you wanting to make this your year to retire? It's like there's so much out there about retirement, but how well is it really streamlined to you and what it is that you need, what it is that you want? So, did you know that as a retiree, you could actually build an online thriving income? And if you know anything at all about your phone, you can actually make a good online business on your phone. But if you know something about computer, you can also do it. But the phone seems to be the thing that most retirees and people my age and older, there's not too many older than me though, I'm already 75, but it's like, I don't know how to work this thing. I don't know what to do with this. What does this mean? You say I can make some money off of this thing, but you don't have to know any techie stuff. You just follow the little step by step guidance and don't let this phone be your stop. Don't let, because you're retired and you've had enough and you don't want to do anymore, and so you just want to sit around and be a bump on the log, hold you back. There's so many wonderful things that can be out there for those of us that are looking to retire or have retired and have lost excitement or interest. Actually, I found out that when you retire, you find yourself busier than when you actually work for somebody. It's kind of like, it's strange, but what kind of busy activity are you doing? Are you doing the activity that's going to make you a profitable income? A regular income earning activity? No. So I thought it was too late to start over too. It's like, how many times do you have to start over, right? I get in here and I go, start over again, start over again. And in the course of my 75 years, I can't even count how many times I've started over. So, hi, come on in. Tell me where you're coming in from. Let's see what it is that you want to talk about today. What age group are you in? Are you, what do they call, the Gen X's? Are the, I don't even know what they're called anymore. I know that I'm considered in the baby boomers and I'm making an online business. Now, I have to say, it's not necessarily easy like I thought it would be. Retirement is supposed to be fun and easy, and it's like something to really look forward to. And then you have all this money set aside so that you can always do what you want to, that you've always dreamt of in your retirement ages, right? But it just because it didn't work that way for some people doesn't mean it can't work that way for you. So what I'm on here for today is to show you how, no matter what age you are, if you're in school, whatever you're doing, you have to be over 18 for sure. But if you're ready to, say, be an entrepreneur that actually is not frustrated, that's actually making an income, and you can make enough on an online business to actually retire on and have a sustainable retirement income that's consistently coming in for you, maybe what I'm doing might be what you're looking at or what you want to look at or look for. So it's like, do you ever think it was too late for you to start over? Are you sick and tired of starting over like I was? It's like, no. And I realized when I retired and I started doing my own things, being my own self-employed entrepreneur, which I loved that. I absolutely loved it, but it wasn't bringing me the income in that I needed. And as I went through year by year by year doing that, And my retirement income and all my other income started getting depleting. I thought, oh, something's got to change. Something's got to change. But I really didn't know what. And so I spent all my money, all my time, everything, looking for something else to do. The next best sparkly thing. Is that you? Are you always looking for some other way to make income? Are you looking for it just to fall out of the sky for you? Well, it's so interesting that there's so many members here in our community that followed the training. That right there is the little catch. You have to follow the training, and then you have to apply it. And then you have to look at that and see, did I do that exactly like I needed to resonate with the people I wanted to help? So then you're always looking at that to see where you need to adjust things. And you have to be open to that. You have to have an open mind. You have to realize, like I had to realize, that I didn't know the end all to be all, to make all, because that never worked. It didn't work for me in the past. I don't know what made me think it would work for me now that I started this Legacy Builder program. It was like, this is a godsend. I'm so glad I have this. I can just do this and this and this and this, and everything's just going to fall right in my lap. And it did. And then it just knocked us right through the floor because it didn't. It didn't. So at first I did. I made a good income at first. And then I quit following the blueprint because I thought I knew better. So here's the thing. I never thought I would have to start over at 75. You're supposed to be sitting back, chilling, and enjoying yourself. But I don't think that today's lifestyle is like that. I don't think that the people in our world today are like that. There's always something to do. If you're breathing, you're always wanting to learn to grow and do more. Find out something else. Expand your knowledge banks. So even though I didn't want to start another business because I was fed up with it, absolutely over the top with it, it's just like, leave me alone. Then I realized the more I was being left alone, the more I was like shrinking in on myself. My world was shrinking in on me. My income was shrinking. My desire to do things was shrinking in. And it's like, that's not how you live life, especially when you get to be in the ages of 75 and up. So it's like you find things that are exciting to do because you're at the age that you're supposed to be able to enjoy it. In fact, you should have been enjoying it all along. And if you were like me, wait till you're 75 to kick it in. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But I am living proof that it's never too late to start over, to do something over and do it again. So basically, retirees, frustrated entrepreneurs, listen up. Listen up. You don't need tech skills or a lifetime of experience to build a new income stream from home. It's all done for you. And here's the kicker. I made money right away. I did right away. But the only thing that kept me from consistently making 10K monthly income, it's hard to say, and it's even harder to face, and it's even harder for me to tell you guys, but it was me. Me. Have you found out that you are your own worst enemy? Have you found out that you always stop yourself? Just every time I thought I was doing something just right, I would feel myself put the brakes on and start pushing back. It's like, no, that's not for me. No, I'm not going there. I don't want to do that. Brakes, screeching, stop. And so to do something regularly that's going to increase your income, it's not always what you think it's going to be. But you have to pull off all those old blinders. Don't let all that stuff get in your way. It's like, this is why I started this journey, because I did find a system that works. When I worked it like it was outlined for me, followed the blueprint, like the everyday daily training came across to me in this program. If I followed it, it's not magic. Proven steps that anyone can follow, and they make great incomes. Many people in our community are doing exactly that. But me, why was I different? Why was I so different to begin with? Because I thought I was too old. So I made allowances for me. You're going to make allowances for you to not do what it is you're supposed to do? Are you going to hit the easy button and let you escape? Are you going to make a decision and then backpedal on it because you're too old? You don't have to be held accountable. You don't have to be consistent. You don't have to really make that decision stick. That doesn't do anything but hurt you. And oh my gosh, wrong thinking. That type of thinking can just stop you dead in your tracks like it did for me for months. So if you're not making the right income yet, you really have to do some deep soul searching and ask yourself why. Why aren't you? So it's like, oh, well, I can't because I need to know these tech skills. No. It's taught to you. And it's easy to follow. Well, I can't because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to learn something new, do something different. I don't want to. I don't have the time for that. Well, have you got 2 hours in your day somewhere? Can you eke out 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes here until you have a total of 2 hours? I bet you can. Can you pry yourself up out of your lazy boy lounger away from the TV and go into your program and watch maybe 30 minutes of training and then actually apply it? And if you don't know what it is that you just saw, watch it again. Watch it again. Or ask somebody in the community or put a question in there on the platform. I'm confused, I need help. But be specific what it is that you're confused about. So 2 hours, and you don't want to do anything like me because it was too late for me to start. So it's kind of like I felt sorry for myself. You may be this way too. You feel sorry for you because you've done it all, always been the one to do it, always have to be the person that's the peacemaker, always have to be the one to make things be right, always have to be the one to hold down the fort, always have to be the one, always have to be the one, always have to be the one. You're doing all that, and then what happens? You don't have any money. You look around and it's like, well, I've done so much. What happened to all that income? It's kind of like, oh my goodness, why is that so hard to hang on to my income? Why is it so hard for me to wrap my head around that something really needs to change in my world, in my life? It's kind of like it's scary. It's scary to take a hard look at yourself. So hi, come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. Please come in and tell me where you're coming in from. I would love to share some information with you today because we're talking soulful. We're talking heart stuff and hard stuff. So it's kind of like you have to start learning to show up for yourself. And you may not have ever really done that in the past. You are used to everybody telling you what to do, when to do it, how much you get paid for it, where to go to do it, and then how long you're going to be able to do it, and how long you're going to get paid for that. You get to be your own boss. Now, that can be scary in itself because you may not be a self-motivator. You may not be a self-starter. You may not be able to go, I don't know what to do. What do I do? You just get into the training. Go to that little area that says start here and stick with start here until you understand that, until you follow that. And the more you do the next one and the next one and the next one, the more you will start to develop your confidence. You will start to see how you actually can have your own business, how you actually can be your own boss. Because the more you learn, the more you add into your memory banks, and the more you can take that and apply that to anything else in your life, not just to this. You can create any program you want to and learn how to promote it, learn the right way to market it, learn the right way to put it out on social media. We do attraction marketing. People discover you. You don't have to go to them, which is another thing. When you're retired, you're tired of always going out to people. You're tired of always doing. Now, sometimes some people retire just because they want to be more social and do other things like their garden club or whatever friends and family they want to go hang around with. But most people, especially my age, 75, up to 75 and older, they're kind of like, done it, got the t-shirt. I really don't want to hear anybody else chat, 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 chat. I'm so sick and tired of this story and this gossip and that gossip. Get away from all that. Start working for yourself. Start noticing that you have the chance for unlimited income potential. You have the chance for unlimited growth, inner growth and outer growth. So do you need tech skills? No. How much time does it take? Well, minimum 2 hours a day, but you can put more in there if you want to. It's totally up to you. And again, it's never too late to start. So keep hitting that easy button. Keep hitting that start over button. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So when I turned 75 this past March, I had already been retired from corporate for a while. So if you don't know me, my name is Madalyn. I'm a Texas mama 3, grandma of 3, and I've always kind of marched to a different drummer. And my kids are used to me marching to a different drummer. But even as I marched along to that different drummer, I was always having an income. I was always bringing money in, but I never would bring in enough to have fun with, lots of fun with, go on big vacations and take my kids with me. Was always had to go to work. But I loved marching to a different drummer. So when I found this Legacy Builder program and I found out you can do it at your own speed, take it at your own level, I thought, well, I'm 75. I can take it at this slower level. And then when I saw things in here that were great, I would start to do them. But then I would hit that easy button and let myself slide. Because I would think, well, I don't have to keep doing that. I got this much going, it's just going to come in. The money's just going to fall from the sky because I've always marched to a different drummer. Has that worked for you? So all your hard work that you've done in the past and all of your padding that you built in your financial income for your sustainable future, how well is that holding on for you? Is that holding on for you? Mine did for several years, but the more it goes out, the more years that it goes out, and the more years that it doesn't come back in to rebuild, when you wake up like I did in March at 75, realizing, oh crud, I am in trouble now. All of my retirement income is not there. I don't have something else to fall back on. I can't depend on my kids. I can't depend on anybody else. I have to depend on me. So when I looked at this Legacy Builder program, I thought, building a legacy, wonder what that's about. What is that about? I had never even dreamt of that. So I was like, oh yes, I can build a legacy. Wouldn't that be great? Then by building a legacy, that means I have made enough of an income that I could treat some of my kids to something or my grandkids to something without it hurting my financial bottom line. Because if I got this figured out, more and more income would keep coming in. So it was like, oh, this is awesome. I really, really love it. But my deal was I didn't make those consistent 10K monthlies because I didn't stay consistent. And when we would have a training and they'd say, make sure you do this, because I always thought, I know that. I'm a law of attraction coach. Been that way for years. I'm a metaphysical manifester. I've been that way for years. I know all this stuff. Well, just because you know it and you don't do it and it's not showing up in your results, guess what? It means you really don't know it. Now, to know it means you have to be it. You have to live it and be it. So just because you know it, kudos to you. How are your results showing up? Do you have to get in there and really know it so much that it becomes part of you, where you don't know it, you are it? You've got to get there. And I'm still working on getting there. I don't know about you guys, but I am still working on getting there. And I'm excited about that because I realized, oh, I've caught where I have the problem. I've caught where I need to do what I need to do different. It's so great when you do. So retirement isn't as secure as we thought. Just because you retire 1 year and you have this set income, the prices are always going up. And your savings never stretch far, do they? So it's kind of like, I love being retired. I would love it more if I had enough money to just swim in it. Why not? And so visualize that, a pool, a swimming pool full of money, currency, paper money. Be careful. You don't want to swim in coin money because you might hurt yourself. But if you can imagine a faucet being turned on and all this money is flowing through like water. All this money is flowing through, filling up this immense, expansive swimming pool. And you start to dip your toe in and you're going to swim in all this pool full of money. How does that make you feel? Keep stroking, keep swimming, get in that swimming pool full of money. Now, the water's turned on, the pool is full of money, you're retired. That's your pool in your backyard. You want to retire. That's your pool in your backyard. Or even the community pool. Because here, you have master resale rights, so somebody else in the community can come and swim in the pool with you. It's like, but then you start thinking, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Well, the nozzle starts to get turned lower and lower. So the money that's flowing, fast flowing into the pool starts to just trickle. Well, it's not enough to sustain the water in the pool because now there's a leak in the pool. And that money water is all running out. But you haven't paid attention because you're sitting over there in your lounger feeling sorry for yourself, watching Netflix, watching Prime, watching BritBox, whatever you want to watch. And all of a sudden you have 8 hours gone. And the next day, because it was so comfortable, you do that again the next day. You have another day gone. And another day gone. And another day gone. So all of a sudden you look and the pool's bone dry. The nozzle is turned off, basically all clogged up. What happened to your retirement flow of money, income? Is it because there was no more to go? Or was it because you gave up? Your attention went someplace else. You focused on something that wasn't an income earning activity. Or you did something. I'm going to do my 2 hours worth of something today. And you really don't care. You just do a little bit here and a little bit there. Throw something out there. Do your 3 posts, whatever it is. It doesn't talk to anybody, doesn't relate to anybody. It just makes you, I'm good. I did my stuff. Now I'm going to go back into my lounger chair. Is that going to work for you? Is that going to build you a sustainable retirement? Is that going to help you change your life? So those are pitfalls to look for, because once you get in here and start this Legacy Builder program, you really have to ask yourself hard, why am I doing this? It's not just about making the money. That's there. But it's about, how can I support other people? How can I show up? How can I better myself? What can I learn from this e-learning training platform that I have all of this training in, that I purchased for this one-time low price, that I have it for life? What can I do with it? How can I build myself in such a way where others want to build themselves too? Because I can be the example, or I can be the way shower for them. People have to find you. So how are you relating to others? It takes some practice, it takes some doing, and I'm still learning how to do that. But when you know that retirement isn't as secure as we thought, and prices and savings are going up, and you don't necessarily have to imagine running out of money before you run out of years, because that happens. That's why we have so many homeless people. That's why there's so many that were big corporate execs that are now having a grocery cart, living with a cardboard box. It's like, that's so sad, because how much did we really learn of self-improvement, self-analyzing, self-search of what is it that I'm doing wrong? So that's why I started this journey. And I found a system that works. And when I work it like it's outlined and highly suggested, it works for me. And it will work for you. So it's kind of like, what is your thinking right now? Where are you in your thinking? If you're not making the right income yet, you really do have to ask yourself why. And I keep asking myself, why? 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 So when I turned 75, I realized I needed a financial reboot. You need a financial reboot? Do you want to retire? Do you want to just be an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur that is successful? Or do you want to be a frustrated entrepreneur? So when you follow the Legacy Builder program and the training, how it's laid out for you, and you listen to our beautiful founder and mentor in there, you'll start seeing results quickly. The mind shift, you have to have the mindset is you need to succeed even when you think you know better. Even when you think you know better. So here's a little hot tip. When you think you know better, ask yourself, how did that work for you in the past? All of your knowing better. All of, I can do this on my own. How did it work for you? Just wondering. So you have to find out about all those relatable fears. Too old, too hard, too tired. Done it, got the t-shirt. Didn't work for me before. Why didn't it? Why didn't it work for you before? Did you actually do what you were supposed to do, or did you just think you did? Sometimes our thinking really gets us messed up. Really, really gets us messed up. So I'm just here to share with you and say, if I can do it at 75, knowing that the thing that I want to build to send to people and the way to send it out to people never connected, never worked, knowing that back office tech connection of the gears didn't work. If I can do it at 75 with not understanding that, you can too. You can do it at whatever age you are. And it's just kind of, it's easy to grasp a hold of. It's so easy to grasp a hold of. It's like, for me, I fell into that, oh yeah, I got that. Oh yeah, I got that. But I didn't. but I thought I did. But why didn't I? Because I got into that stinking thinking. It will stop you dead in your tracks every freaking time. So when you're in the Legacy Builder program, you learn about automations. You, automations that actually work. It's like, wow, because I had them before, but they didn't work. So you learn about automations and you learn how to set it up without you knowing anything about what to do. Just watch that little video and do it. So for automations, they're a godsend when they're up and running right, which you will. They will be here in this program. It's like having a robot army handling, get this, all of your income streams, because you'll have more than one. You'll start off with 4 income streams with the Legacy Builder. So what do you got? You're going to handle each one of the, you're going to micromanage each piece of that yourself? You can't do that. You can't do that. So your automations take care of all that for you. And it's like, oh, I just need to set this up and let that go. I just need to set this up and let that go. Because it's awesome, because it's a done for you system. You don't have to build your website. There's no tech headaches. You don't have to learn about lead pages, squeeze pages, launches, automated follow-up emails. What's next? What's next? What's next? You don't have to keep creating the what's next. And every time, because it's all done for you, it's just like this huge gift given to you. It's all ready for you. Just simply follow the steps. And when it gets going, when it gets running, everything that somebody sees that you've put out there and they purchase from you, you get 100% profit, no matter which level program they wanted to purchase. Everything you earn goes 100% straight to you. You don't have to divide off a little bit of a percentage to someone else and a big percentage to somebody else like you do in corporate, because then you're working for the small percentage. But here, with this online business that you can easily handle no matter what age you are, and you need this extra support in your retirement income, or to retire, or to just pay your bills right now. Put aside the part about retirement. You just need that because expenses has gone up everywhere. So you get 100% profit of everything you sell. We have a 100, a 300, a 600, and a 900. Now imagine what would that do for you if somebody found you, and we teach you how people find you, and we teach you about social media, how to get out there, and we already taught you how to set up your automations. It's like they find you and they get the $900 product program with all of that training in there. You have a $900 payment into your account, straight to you. It's not MLM. It's not a scam. It's not a fly-by-night either. So it's kind of like, it's just, there's too many people in our community that are making multi-six figures in less than a year by following this blueprint, sticking with it, tapping into all the training that comes across. Now, don't let yourself get confused. You focus on the start here, pick one platform on social media, stick with it until you start making an income. It's that simple. You put in your 2 hours, flexible work from anywhere, 2 hours, even in your pajamas. Because I've come on here before in my pajamas and shared things with you guys. So, hey, come on in. I'm glad that you're here. Keep coming in. Tell me where you're coming in from. And are you in Texas like I am, where it's kind of weird looking today? So I just want to ask you, what would an extra, just say $300 do for you? Or $100? Are you to the point where an extra 900 would really, really help you out? How would it feel to enjoy your retirement without this financial stress, without going through your everyday brain, mind mess ups of how you talk down to yourself, how you beat yourself up, how you tell yourself you're not worth it, how you tell yourself, I've had enough, I'm not starting over, I'm not doing anything else, I'm too old, I'm too tired, I don't know anything about tech. Awesome. That's me. That can be you. Just stay consistent. Just hang in there. Start going through the training. You have so many people here to help you, to hold your hand and encourage you. And it's so easy. It's so easy. So, would you like to learn how to make money online? Because by making money online, you don't have to leave your home to do it. Would you like that? I was all in for that. So, what is your biggest fear? It's like, why do you think you can't do it? Hello, come on in. I'm glad that you're here. So, it's like, you've spent so much time working and being away from your family and leaving your house and having to go to work if you had to work somewhere outside of your house when the weather is horrific, when it's probably not safe to be out there, when something traumatic happened within your environment, in your area, storm-wise, weather-wise, and you're stuck at the office or stuck at work. So thanks for the hearts. Come on in. I'm so glad that you're here. It's kind of like, wouldn't you like to start making money from home? Or would you like to be on traveling somewhere and able to take a vacation and still make money doing that? You know, that's what us retirees and us entrepreneurs like to do. We like to travel. And if we have the opportunity to travel, we for sure like to still make money. It's like, come on in. I want to make money. I I want to make more money, more money, more money. So why can't you? You don't have to just not. It's so perfect. So I got something going on here that I don't even know what it is. So there, there we go. So it's like, what is stopping you? What is stopping you? You've spent decades working hard. Are you ready to let your money work for you? Wouldn't that be a great thing? Let your money work for you. I like that idea a lot. That's why I started this Legacy Builder program. So I love you giving me all those hearts. Thank you so much. Ronald, Rebecca Digital. Yes, I love this. Thank you for being here with me today. I don't know what age you are, but are you looking for retirement? Do you want to retire? It's kind of like, I retired. Had a blast. Love being retired. Till I didn't have any more money. And that was like, oh, creepers. I'm in a big pickle. And I have no way to get out of this pickle but to figure it out for myself. So no matter what you do, you're going to have to work for yourself. You're either going to have to dig yourself in the hole or dig yourself out of the hole. Does that make sense? So don't be worried about having your own business and working for yourself. Pick a business that's the right product, is promoted the right way, with the right training that you have forever ongoing training. You purchase this program, whichever one it is, one time, you have it for life. You have it for life. So you purchase the program today. You go to my website, you put your email in, you start looking at which one it is that you want. Do I want the 100? Do I want the 300? Do I want the 600? Oh, the 900. I have to tell you, that's our number one selling product. Do you want to know why? Because with the 900, you get for free the 600, the 300, and the 100. So for the 900, and you get 100% profit off of every one that you sell, you learn how to set up The 900, you get the automations going. You decide which social media platform you want on. You start working on who is your ideal customer. And then you start finding out about how to market to them. Attraction marketing. You don't have to DM people. You don't have to call people. You don't have to be after people. And when they find you, because you got the $900 one, they can choose. Oh, do I want the 900? Just like you did. Do I want the 900? Do I want the 600? Do I want the 300? Do I want the 100? And they look at your website and they see, oh, well, for the 100, I get this much training. For the 300, I get the training from the 100 and this much more training. For the 600, oh, I get all this and this and this. For the 900, oh my gosh, it's the cream of the crop. And you don't have to pay 900 again next year or next month or in 18 months. You've paid it one time. There is a payment plan on it. You have it for life. One-time purchase. And there's no additional monthly fees attached to that. You don't have to worry about, well, I bought the 900. I'm still learning it. I just set it up. I've only been in it 3 weeks. And I'm afraid 4 weeks is going to be up and I'm going to have to pay something else to still be learning that. No, that's other programs. That's other ways for other digital marketers, not in here, not in our digital growth community and not in the Legacy Builder program. So it's, hi, come on in. I'm glad that you're here. So you've spent decades working. Isn't it time to let your money work for you? You don't want to wait another day, do you? Aren't you ready to start building your financial freedom? Aren't you ready to get to enjoy your retirement the way that you envisioned for it to be enjoyable to you? Or are you just going to keep knowing better, like me? Doing my own thing, doing your own thing, not messing with anything else, but just maybe tap into the training every once in a while. Maybe listen to this. Maybe, oh, there's a replay on that. I'll catch it later. Oh, there's a replay on that webinar they did the other day. I'll catch that later. You won't catch the webinar replays at all unless you're already in my automated email system, unless my automations are there to love on you and say, hey, look, did you miss this? You won't get any replays unless you're in the program. You won't find anything new. You will still be right where you are. Same hamster wheel, same churning, same trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. Not knowing what's gone wrong. Not knowing what's happened. I'm looking out here because it sounds like a storm's coming in. So, it's getting ready to pour. So my friends, thank you guys for being here with me. I want to make sure that you know you don't have to worry about retirement. You don't have to worry about you're too freaking old to start something that's awesome for you. If you get this lined out, which you will pretty quickly, and you figure out what it is that you're going to do for your 2-hour income earning activity, and there's certain things, you just follow the little daily guide, the daily video, do your 2-hour income earning activity, you start making an income. And you start making well enough where you can go ahead and retire. Our friend Wendy that's in our community that lives in Canada got to retire. I think she was in here, 8 months maybe. She's still in here making money, but she made enough to retire both her and her husband. And they can travel and go on vacation. I don't know how much she made, half, $500K maybe. In that short amount of time, we have so many proven income earners in our community that just because I tell you, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe what I'm telling you. Daryl, I talked about him yesterday. If you want to know all about what Daryl shared with us, I've got the whole TikTok live, because it doesn't stay on TikTok long now, does it? But I could download it and I put it over on my YouTube channel. So you can see that. How did Daryl make his money? How did Daryl, I think he's at 300K now, and he joined the community January a year ago. So it's just now a year. But by the time he was in, I don't know, maybe 9 months, he was already at 200K. So you make a six-figure income, but then it just builds and builds and builds and builds and grows. Why? Do you want to know why? Because you set up your automations. It's working for you on its own 24/7. Now you have income freedom. You don't have to chase the almighty dollar. You have time freedom. You don't have to squeeze everything you need to in this amount of time because it's working for you. And then you can go do what it is you love to do. Travel. Still figure out what do you want to do for this 2 hours today or 2 hours tomorrow. I spend time with you guys. I come on here. Y'all don't know me very well, but that's okay. I'm not going away. I'm going to keep coming on and no telling what I'm going to talk about, but I want to figure out a way that we can relate. Are you a frustrated entrepreneur? Are you someone that's retired and lost all your money? Are you someone who wants to retire but don't have enough money to do it? Or are you someone who just needs an income? Something's happened. I lost my job. Everything fell. The roof fell off. The fence fell down. I need extra money for this and that. Got to get the kids different stuff for school. I've got to be able to, my car's dead in the water. I need tires. I need this. I need that. Where is that coming from? Where is that extra money or any of that income coming from for you? Why don't you just take a chance? Just take a look at it. Why wouldn't you want to be part of looking at something? Let yourself look at something that can change your world for you. What have you got to lose doing that? It's no big whoop if you don't like it. It may not be for you, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. But you may know somebody it is for. And if you get the program and you have master resale rights, you can sell it to them. And instead of me getting 100% profit of me selling it to them, somebody you know, and you sitting back and going, wait, they signed up for that? I know them. I could have got them to sign up for me and I could have got that 100% profit. You just do it one time. So it's like, how often are you going to kick yourself or you shoot yourself in the foot? I basically am talking to me, I believe. So I think there's a lot of me's out here like me. And it's like, I'm so stubborn that it's got to be harder than this. But it's not. And every time I try to make it harder is when it's like the wheels stopped. Because I wasn't giving it the right oil, wasn't oiling it in the right place to make it run smooth. It's like, what is wrong with you, Madalyn? Take a chance. Stop thinking you know better. Go back to the training. We have people that have bought this over a year ago that just let it sit and just now coming back in. Of course, this is, January of brand new year. So we all want something new and different. We all have all these New Year's resolutions that this year is going to be my year. Did you say that last year? Did you say that the year before? I did. This year really is my year, though, because I understand the training much better. The more I get in here and the more I learn, the more I understand, the more I get confused, and the more I go back and re-understand it. Because your understanding always comes from your past behaviors, your past knowledge of what it is you're learning new. But sometimes that past knowledge is not right. Especially in this program, this is a totally different way of looking at things. So you have to go through it, think you understand it, and then go back at it. Take apart what you think you understand about it and really just listen to what it is you're working at learning. You're working at learning how to be a self-made millionaire. That happens. Our founder here is already a multimillionaire, and she's only been at it a little bit over 2 years. It can happen. It can happen. There's all kind of ways in here that you can grow your income, but you start by deciding which premium digital product you want to purchase. And then you go through the training. You set up your automations. You learn who your ideal customer is, and you learn how to do your attraction marketing. And then after that's going, you start learning to keep track of your numbers, keep track of your ideas, your personalities, your mindset. Keep that lined out. Nothing will stop you from being a six-figure earner in just a few months and a multimillionaire in a couple of years. This is the thing for life. This is not get in here, do this, learn it, 6 months you're out of it. This is continue, learn, grow, income grows. It's like you start at the receptionist desk, and then you get better, and one of the bosses comes by and says, oh, you're doing so good, we're going to advance you to this desk. Then we're going to advance you to this desk. Pretty soon you're working for the CEO or the CFO or the COO, but how many years did it take you to get there? And then what was your salary bump each time? A little bit. But you were thrilled to get it because you were recognized and you are an authority now, but you're working for somebody else. And you're not making 100% profit of everything that company builds and sells. You're making a small part of that. This, you go through from the reception to the switchboard to the next department. In the banking, you go through all those different departments. In any corporate, you go through all those different departments. In school, you go through all those different levels of training. It takes a while. If you want to be a doctor, how many years is that? 4 years of regular college and 5 years of med school? That's 9 years. 9 years of training. You don't think that within 2, 3, maybe 1 year here of learning and getting into the training, you wouldn't be a multiple six-figure earner in quick time, or on your way to be a self-made millionaire just by having an online business that you can work from home without having to get out there and meet a lot of people and do a lot of stuff. There's no brown nosing. There's no go to the chamber, hook with this group, hook with that group, go over here and talk to them, work from home, work from anywhere. So if you want to know more about it, go right here. This is my website, lovingmydailypay.com. Just put your email in there. You'll get all the information you need, and you'll be able to decide, is this right for you or not? Is it right? So I'm glad that you guys are here. It's been great visiting with y'all today. If you've missed the whole front part of this, I'm going to download it and upload it over to my YouTube channel so you can find out all about how 75-year-old started an online business, started over at 75. So you're never too late, you're never too old, and you can always learn something. You can always learn something new, and why not make a good income while you're learning something new? Now, when you watch Netflix all the time, you're learning stuff. You're learning what that criminal show, how they criminal mind thinks, or you're learning how this show, how they line out this, and you're always guessing the person that did the deed, aren't you? You're always learning. You're always enticing yourself, encouraging yourself, following the show. Well, I'm going to say to you right now, follow the show here in your training and see how well you get. See what kind of income you can make. Get in there with Daryl and Wendy and Amy, all of them, Michelle, Victoria. They're like multiple six-figure earners in such a short amount of time. You can work for a position in corporate for years and years and years and years and never make it to multiple six-figure earner or even self-made millionaire over, more than one time over, by working for somebody else. So my friends, thanks for being here with me today. I love you guys so much, so much. And I really hope that we can stop that hurt, stop that pain about where's that money coming from. Know where it's coming from your automated system that's working for you 24/7. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah. So I love you guys. See you tomorrow, 9 o'clock Central. Bye for now.